Hello, thanks for joining me. Today I'm changing the rear tyre on my KTM. Now, as you can see, I've really run this tyre down quite low. I'm running Michelin trackers on the bike at the moment. I find they're a good sort of compromise between performance on fairly rough and loose terrain and reasonable mileage on tarmac on the road sections. But this one definitely needs changing, so I've got myself a brand new Michelin tracker here that I'm going to put on, but I'm running Mousses in this tyre, and so the Mousse, and it's a brand new Mousse in here, so it's quite difficult changing tyres with Mousse, and I've actually put quite a large Mousse in here. This is a 140 tyre, Michelin Tracker 140, and Michelin actually recommend that you put a 120 Mousse in here. Well, I've run 120 Mousses in them in the past, but I found that I get through the Mousse quite quickly because it's already, on the smaller side. So I'm now running 140 Mousse in here, which makes it even more difficult to change the tyre. So I'm going to use my Rabaconda to change the tyre. So if you're interested in seeing what I'm doing, that's what this video is about. Please follow along. Okay, so I just took the rim outside and washed it with some soapy water and the mousse. So whilst I've got the bike, the wheel off the bike, I just take the opportunity to check all the spokes, check all the spoke tension and adjust any if they need doing, and also check the condition of the rim lock here. Now in this case I took the rim lock off and had a look at it. It is getting a bit worn actually, that, so I think next time I change a tyre I'm going to fit a new rim lock on there, but it's okay, it'll work. Okay, so that's the rim cleaned up. With the mousse I just washed it off with a rag and some soapy water. It's dried off naturally. So I'm now going to re-lube this with some mousse lube. So I've got a big pot of mousse lube here. This is the stuff I use and buy it in quite a big pot. What I do is I put some round the inside of the tyre first, and then I coat the mousse itself, and then commence battle in terms of trying to get the mousse inside the tyre. If you've ever done it, you know what I mean. It can be something of a battle. So let's open this and get some mousse lube on the tyre. You see these you see these professional racers doing this job, and they have the old tyre off, the new tyre and mousse in about 2 or 3 minutes, don't they? Well, I think you'll find me working at a slightly more leisurely pace than that. Let's say it's quite a job getting the main camera. Come round here. It's quite a job getting the mousse inside the tyre, and as you start working it round, you sort of think, oh, it's not going to go, but it does eventually. There we are, and we're in. Excellent. So, hopefully you can see that. I got the mousse inside the tyre. Okay. Right, so time to get the tyre back on the rim. Now, before I do that, I've got some workshop towels here. So let's get the mousse lube off my gloves. And also, I'm going to get any excess mousse lube that I've got off round the bead, because the mousse lube doesn't dry. And so what I'll do is I'll clean this off the bead, and then I'll replace it with some proper bead lubing grease, which does dry after you've mounted the tyre, and that will then help with actually seating the tyre and hold it in place once it's dried. If you've got the mousse lube on there, chances are it's going to just keep moving around on the bead. Okay, so you can just use soapy water, but that's some proper tyre mounting grease which you use, and it comes with a little brush. So I just get some of this on the brush and go around the bead of the tyre. A bit of it on both sides. Go around that on both sides. And that will help the tyre go on. Okay, right, let's get this tyre mounted up then. So, I've got the rim lock at this side, so I get the bottom of the tyre inside the rim lock, pushing it over. Sometimes you can actually get the first clean over without using tyre irons, but not in this case, not with this extra large mousse in here. No way am I going to get that over. persuasion. I'll get that last bit. There we are. Right, good stuff. So for right or wrong, this is the way I try and do it. Right, I'm no expert, but here's my rim lock here. So I start with my rim lock about 10 past the hour if the bead brake thing here is at 12 o'clock. So to mount the tyre, you use the curved end. So I get that underneath the here, get that over, and then there's a little catch on the stand there just to hook that over. And this is why Rabaconda provide you with a lot of levers. It just makes the job easier if you've got plenty of levers. Certainly, you don't necessarily need all 5 that they provide, but certainly having 4 levers helps. The trick is not to try and do too much at once, just take tiny bites at a time as you're working around. And then as you start getting around a little bit further, what you can do is you can stick the lever in the other way round like that and push it right in. You probably heard that click in there, and what that acts then is like a bead buddy, which as I get round to here, the last bit, which is always the tightest bit, it helps the bead of the tyre slide down to the centre of the rim. So it tends to be just the last bit that's the tricky bit, so I'll leave a couple of the levers in here like this. Oh. So we'll do there. So you might be able to see there, I'm right round, so I've just got the last little bit to pop in by the I'll move the camera so you can see. I'll just bring the camera up and see. But I've just got the last bit of tyre to pop in there by the rim lock. So I'm just hand holding the camera here, but hopefully you can see. So that's the rim lock there. So I've got the bead over the rim all the way apart from by that. So what you need to do then is push that rim lock in so that the bead of the tyre slips underneath the rim lock. Otherwise, of course, it won't lock it. So the easiest way to actually get this rim lock in is to get one of the tyre levers underneath it like that and push, and that's now pushed all the way in. So what I can do is I can get the last bit of the tyre over. You can use this thing to do it, to get it over. If you get this in place here, then lift that lever up so it goes out as it pushes down. It'll push it over the rim like that. There we are. And that's the tyre seated. So if I take on that's the wheel done now. So I just need to lock up the rim lock here and pop it back on the bike.